Hello again, my name's Barrett Sims. I've been doing this series on basic picking fundamentals and picking exercises. This is another one in that series. Before, we've been focusing on holding your pick correctly, the actual motion of picking, and we've been focusing on some fundamental picking drills like the spider exercise and some variations of that. All sorts of variations. We're going to do another variation of that, which is going to work your brain a little bit more. It's a little bit more exciting. We're going to be doing it in threes, groups of three. So every note is in a group of three. You can count it as triplets. If you want to use a metronome, that's great. Using a metronome is great. We're not going to do that here, though. I'm just going to show you the pattern that we're going to use. So this one's fairly basic. We're going to start with just fingers 1 and 2 right now. So we're going to start on the 3rd fret, and like our normal drill that we did in the last video. This is the normal thing we did last week. You do that all the way up to the 12th fret. So now what we're going to do is we're going to play 3 notes, then go back 1, then play another 3 notes. So, for example, we're going to start first finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, 2nd finger, 4th fret, 1st finger of the A string, and the 3rd fret. So that's 3 notes. We're going to go back 1, then up. So that's the start of your next 1, 2, 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, back 1, 1, 2, 3, back 1, 1, 2, 3, back 1, 1, 2, 3. You're gonna keep going all the way up. You're going to go all the way to the 12th fret. So that's 1 and 2, and then you're going to do that again with 2 fingers 2 and 3. And that sort of sounds a little bit more musical. We can talk about that way. We'll talk about that in a minute. So you can do that. Do that with 1 and 4. You're going to do it with 2 and 4. Then 3 and 4. 3 and 4 is going to be really hard. You'll notice when you do that one, especially when you're just starting out, do it super slow. Your hand's going to get really tired through here. That's normal. Just shake it out. That's the lactic acid building up from you're trying to hold that position. It's hard to relax that, to get that to happen, because really these 2 fingers are kind of attached. The same nerve runs them both. You don't have a lot of freedom of movement between those 2 fingers. And it's hard, and you'll notice, you'll feel it shake, shake it out, take some time. Don't push it too far. If anything starts to hurt, reevaluate what you're doing. One of the things I want to talk about is, I call it accidental noise. Some other people call it different things. That's totally fine. So this gets into a picking technique. It's really a right hand technique. Left hand if you're playing the other way. It's your picking hand can work on palm muting the strings. And what that means is I'm taking the meaty part of my palm and I'm lightly resting it on the strings. And at times, sometimes I'm not even like lightly resting it. It's off, and I'll just touch it a little bit here and there. But these drills are a great way to develop that skill. And here's why. If I were to play this, so I'm going to take reverb off my guitar a little bit, just so you can hear this. So when I pick down and I get to the end, these other strings, they'll ring because of the resonance in the body and the strings and the noise. They'll start to ring sympathetically to the other strings. Did you hear that? That ring? And then I put my hand down to mute it, just to make it super clear. Listen for it again. That ring. We want to get rid of that ring. If you're playing a lot, especially really high gain guitar, like if you're doing like metal, anything that requires a lot of gain, that ring is going to sound very clear. So what you want to do to get rid of that is, while you're picking, you want to rest this meaty part of your hand on the strings just a little bit. So instead of your notes sounding right like that, they're going to sound more like. So, and you're doing it very, very lightly, sort of over exaggerating it there, but. Right, so you got that sympathetic ring. It's not really a whole lot of ring there. So that palm muting becomes super important when you want to start like developing a lot of speed or a lot of style. A lot of style is really dependent on palm muting. John Mayer's, he does a lot of that. Like a lot of that little poppy stuff. I'm turning reverb on so the guitar doesn't sound so flat. It sounds so I'm palm muting through all of that. It gives you lets you get a lot of note separation. And these pick drills are a great way to practice that. So it's a great way to just keep working on that. So remember, we've got a lot of things to think about, and you can get lost in the weeds a bit. But remember, we're trying to hold our pick at a little bit of an angle to the strings. You don't want to press down too hard on the strings, right? You don't want the notes to go out of tune when you press too hard. We talked about that. Don't press too hard, right? Go slow, and just take it easy. Be easy on yourself. So the 1 4, the 1 2 3 4, doing the triplets is one of the hardest ones I find. Made a whole bunch of mistakes in there, but you just go through it again. Go up, go all the way to the 12th fret. And it's a great way to make your brain work on this a little bit. And you notice some of it sounds a little bit musical, like when you start doing 1 4 and 1 3. notice, you'll be like, hey, that sounds familiar. There's the pentatonic scale. So the pentatonic scale is 1 4 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 4 1 4. That's your minor pentatonic scale. Oh, depends on which position you want to play it in. But, you know, we call that the pentatonic scale. And so now, if you want to get that down, so it's 1 4 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 4 1 4. You can practice that. Right, and you can go that up and down. So 1 4 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 4 1 4, and you can do it in triplets. You know, in threes. That's a very common motif used in a lot of lead playing. A lot of people, like myself, who live in these pentatonic boxes, you know, we use it all the time. We do that kind of stuff. So we do that. We're using that triplet feel, that playing it in threes, descending and ascending all the time. It's a useful skill to have. So it's a good one to develop and keep developing it. Again, my name's Barrett Sims. If you found this video to be helpful at all, please make sure you hit the like button. It really does help. It motivates me to make more of these if they're helpful at all. And keep playing your guitar. This stuff, I only do it maybe 5 minutes a day, sometimes more, depending on what I have to do. But I do at least 5 minutes a day. Just pick drills, watch a show, anything you want. When I started out earlier in my music for beginners, I try to lean on them to do 15 minutes a day of pick drills. 15 minutes a day of pick drills, 15 minutes of chord changing, chord shapes, we work on something, and another 20 minutes of songs. Just work on a song, something like that. That's generally the pattern I use for new players. Well, enjoy. And if you liked it, please hit the buttons. Thanks a lot.